Your Royal Highness Prince Al-Hassan bin Talal, Your Royal Highnesses, Excellencies, distinguished participants, it is both a real pleasure and honor to be delivering this address at the International Conference on History and Archaeology of Jordan today, in the presence of so many dignitaries and committed professionals. The settings of this year's conference could not be more idyllic. Florence, the cradle of Renaissance, renowned for its culture, art, monuments, and architecture, it is truly one of the most charming and fascinating cities in the world. We are definitely very fortunate to be gathered here today. Organized every 3 years, the conference is of primary importance for the scientific community of archaeologists and historians who are, at the international level, interested in Jordan, the Middle East, the Mediterranean, and the long-term Euro-Mediterranean cultural relations. I join previous speakers in saying that the conference is due to the intellectual vision and leadership of His Royal Highness Prince Al-Hassan bin Talal, one of the world's leading figures and an incredibly inspiring Jordanian example who we are very honored to have in attendance today. This year's theme, Culture in Crisis, Flows of People, Artifacts and Ideas, serves to add value to the scientific commitment to interpret crisis as an accelerator of historical processes and as means of dispersing creative energies among social and cultural groups. Across the Middle East in particular, conflict and upheaval continue to plague large swaths of the region, resulting in death, destruction, and displacement. Collectively, we have borne witness to culture becoming a victim of conflict as UNESCO World Heritage sites are attacked and destroyed as collateral damage or intentionally. These sites represent the historic fabric of our societies and exemplify the concept that heritage carries outstanding universal value. Archaeology is a process, a historical, technological, and human one. During conferences as this, it is strategically important to recall the need to further pursue archaeological research in the Middle East, and in particular in Jordan, due to its historical richness and many uncharted discoveries. It is also very critical that this conference is providing a forum to exchange knowledge and experiences, exploring new venues for cooperation and new ideas. UNESCO recognizes that cultural heritage goes beyond monuments and collections of objects, serving as a bridge between generations and peoples and providing a source of resilience to vulnerable communities. We have seen firsthand how ongoing wars and hostilities can also hinder the prevention effort of our intangible cultural heritage. The chaos of conflict disrupts efforts to safeguard the traditions or living expressions inherited from our ancestors and passed on to our descendants. The historical richness of these customs, including oral traditions, performing arts, social practices, rituals, festive events, knowledge and practices concerning nature and traditional crafts, suffers tremendously under this threat. Aligned with this approach, I salute the theme of the conference, Culture in Crisis, Flows of People, Artifacts and Ideas, as it has a comprehensive and innovative focus which is inclusive of persons and intellectual goods alongside cultural heritage, sites and monuments. The sheer extent of culture in crisis resulting from the magnitude of global conflicts and disasters can feel overwhelming. UNESCO's reaction to this threat has largely been to confront these challenges by framing culture as a key element of societal prosperity and as a vehicle for progress. Allow me to mention one very recent example where UNESCO has been particularly engaged, collaborating with the Iraqi government, rallying the international community around a major initiative of the UNESCO Director General to revive the spirit of Mosul. Once a living symbol of pluralistic identity, Mosul was devastated over the course of 3 years of conflict. UNESCO recognizes the significance of restoring architectural symbols that bring the Iraqi people together, putting people and culture at the heart of the recovery efforts. UNESCO experience shows that in the wake of conflicts, crises, and disasters, communities everywhere share a basic need to reconnect with their culture as a means of reasserting their identity and as a source of reconciliation, resilience, and hope. These efforts, no matter how robust, do not and cannot serve to replace the enormous cultural heritage losses we have witnessed in the past years, which regretfully remain irreversible. We cannot forget them. They represent attacks on pluralism and ultimately strive to eliminate the voices of hope. Moving forward, it is essential that we harness new technologies to discover, protect, document, and restore cultural heritage using appropriate approaches. We must remember that the great civilization of the Arab region defined the course of humanity through a 1,000-year dialogue which gave birth to science, mathematics, law, and more. Working with local partners to ensure the future generation develop a profound understanding of their proud heritage and a stronger cultural ownership serves to strengthen preservation efforts. While our world seems increasingly turbulent, with conflicts changing shape, front lines shifting, and culture under attack, we have seen how culture can act as a force of resilience, a source of strength to face adversity. We must not forget culture's power to transform and uplift, creating cohesion in communities and building open, inclusive knowledge societies. Allow me to reiterate that in emergency, culture is a true key humanitarian and security peace-building element which must be given priority together with political, economical, and military strategies for peace, recovery, and reconstruction. This is why UNESCO has been strategically working in partnership with global humanitarian actors to integrate the extraordinary soft power of culture into humanitarian policies and operations, thus influencing their impact. In this spirit, I wish all the participants a productive engagement throughout this important conference, and I very much look forward to participating in the stimulating sessions in the forthcoming days. Let me conclude by saying, on behalf of UNESCO, that I would like to sincerely express appreciation and gratitude for the trust bestowed upon UNESCO by the Italian government, who has selected us as a partner of choice for several cultural heritage initiatives in Jordan. Some have been mentioned by His Excellency the Ambassador, and in particular in Petra. These programs will be illustrated by my colleagues and relevant panelists in the coming days, highlighting the strategic scope and added value of these innovative programs in support and in partnership with the national institutions. Finally, I would like to recognize and thank all the organizers of this conference for hosting us in Florence and for providing UNESCO with the opportunity to address this distinguished audience. Thank you very much.